System matching appears important, but when paired properly, they provide real value. They are not trying to overwhelm the room with raw output. Instead, they enhance dimensional cues and help build a cohesive surround field. I prefer that approach because it supports realism. Once integrated, I noticed fewer distracting gaps in the sound image and a stronger sense of being inside the mix rather than outside it.
My overall impression is that these are a worthwhile upgrade for anyone aiming to improve immersion and system cohesion without moving into extreme complexity. They look good, integrate cleanly, and provide audible gains when setup is done carefully. For me, the biggest win is consistency, better spatial realism across films and music, with minimal daily friction once everything is dialed in properly.
I appreciate that these additions improve immersion without forcing me to replace everything else. They fit into an existing system and raise overall performance in a practical way. That kind of upgrade path is valuable because it spreads cost over time while still delivering clear benefits now. For listeners building gradually, this feels like a smart step that strengthens the whole setup instead of complicating
it. Practical setup was easier than expected. After placement and calibration, I only needed minor level tweaks to get a satisfying result. I did not have to constantly revisit settings, which is a big plus for daily use. Good hardware should disappear into the experience, and that is what happened here. The system became more immersive without becoming more complicated to operate on a regular basis.
Music playback also benefits in ways I did not fully expect. Live recordings gain a better sense of venue space, and layered mixes separate more naturally around the listener. The effect is subtle but persistent, and over time it makes sessions more enjoyable. I can listen longer without fatigue because the presentation feels less congested and more open, especially when the source material is well produced.
Build quality feels solid and reassuring. The cabinets look clean, finish quality is good, and installation was straightforward. Once placed correctly, they felt like a natural extension of the main system rather than an awkward add-on. I appreciate gear that does its job without unnecessary complexity, and this setup delivered that experience from day one. It was easy to integrate and easy to live with immediately.
There are limits, of course. If someone expects dramatic effects from poor placement or mismatched electronics, results may disappoint. But with sensible positioning and calibration, these perform as intended and add meaningful depth. I think they're best judged in a complete system context, not in isolation. In that context, they contribute positively and make the listening environment feel more coherent and believable.
I also liked how they behaved at normal listening levels. I did not need extreme volume to hear their contribution, which is important for everyday use in shared spaces. They add useful spatial information without demanding constant adjustment. Once levels were dialed, they stayed stable across different content types, from films to live recordings, and that consistency made the system feel more polished over longer sessions.
I added these modules to my existing system, and the first thing I noticed was how well they blended with the rest of the speakers. Tonal balance stayed consistent, so transitions across the front stage felt smooth instead of disjointed. That coherence matters because it keeps the whole setup sounding intentional. They do not call attention to themselves. They simply support a bigger and more immersive presentation.